Hi guys, good evening. So today we are going to discuss about virtual networks continuation class. So before going to discuss, Soumya had raised few questions. These are the questions. So I will cover and I will try to clarify these questions in the end of the class. Okay. Just a minute. So, coming to the point, in our last class, we had seen standard switch, right? So, standard switch is nothing but so whenever we are installing the ESXi, so at that time we will get the standard switch in between physical server and ESXi. If you are seeing this screen, if you are seeing in this screen, so this is a physical server, and this physical server having one, two, three NICs. It has three physical NICs. It has. So when you will install the ESXi, this is called ESXi. This is complete. One is ESXi. Okay. So in this ESXi, once you will install the ESXi operating system on physical server, you will get a virtual switch. So in this virtual switch, once you configure the ESXi IP, with that IP, one virtual NIC creates with the ESXi IP. That is called VM kernel adapter. Here also, if you will see. So once it's done, so manually what we have to do, we need to create a vMotion network between source and destination ESXis. Why? Because these ESXis are hosting multiple virtual machines. When you will add these two ESXis into vCenter, if any ESXi goes down, all the VMs will restart in another ESXi. If any VM is consuming more RAM on CPU, at the time the DRS will monitor and it will migrate those VMs to another ESXi where that VM will get a enough RAM and CPU, right? So to establish this traffic, we need to create another VM kernel adapter that is called vMotion. Here also you can see. And remaining two, as I told you, in virtual network, we have two types of virtual networks. One is VM kernel, another one is VM network. So these are VM kernel network adapters, and this test environment and production. These are related to virtual machines. So customer will access these VMs through this network. So it has separate virtual network that is called VM kernel network. You don't need to create a VM kernel, VM network adapters. Once you create a virtual machine, automatically this VM network will create. This is called the standard switch. It means manually we have to establish and we have to create a vMotion network, then storage network, whatever the management network we have, right? And in this Soumya questions, she had asked me one question is called vMotion background and the how to apply the vMotion network with static. Like while creating vMotion network, while creating a vMotion network, during the practice I was showing you select the DHCP. If you will select DHCP, some automatic IP will apply, but we will not do that. We have to select static. So once you select the static, you already have the vMotion network IP details and all. So what you will do? When you will click on static, you will see the IP bar, then subnet bar and gateway bar. So those IP details in that gateway and that subnet mask you will configure and you will click on OK. Okay, this is how, and I will show you in lab also. Just wait for some time. I hope standard switch is clear for everyone. Is that clear? Or if you guys have any doubts, please let me know. Clear? Okay, guys have been quiet, so I would take this one as a clear. And as I told you, we have two type of switches. One is standard switch architecture. This is the standard switch architecture. Already I provided in the WhatsApp group. Just a minute, guys. Okay, so this is a standard switch. And we have another one is called distributed switch, guys. It's very simple. And this is the one which we are using regularly and nowadays. Why? Because see, this is a standard switch and every network, it could be a management and it could be a virtual machine network. We have to create manual. So remember, if you have more than 200 or 500 ESXi's you are planning to deploy, I mean you are planning to install. So each and every ESXi you have to create a vMotion network, a virtual machines network. So how much time it will take, right? So that's why VMware introduced vSphere distributed standard switch, distributed switch. It's very simple and it's a single time task. Okay, it's a single time task and it is also vCenter feature. Okay, it is also vCenter feature. So if you will create a initial stand distributed switch on vCenter, next time if you are installing new ESXi's, for those ESXi's you no need to create a vMotion network separately, and you no need to create another management network such as fault tolerance, vSAN, storage vMotion, blah blah blah, etc. etc. How? It's very simple. As you are seeing, this is the distributed switch architecture. You can see on the top vCenter server, right? So vCenter server. It means this distributed switch is a vCenter feature. This is a single time task, guys. As I told you, it's a single time task. On vCenter, we will create one distributed switch and we will create a port groups. Port groups in the port groups is nothing but so vMotion network. So if you have three ESXi's, in each ESXi you have to create one VM kernel adapter for vMotion. So instead of creating these three one by one, you will create one port group for vMotion. And for management network also, you will create one port group. And for virtual machines also, you will create one port group. So on right clicking on this distributed switch and you will click on add ESXi host if you have the installed ESXi. So automatically you have to define in your physical server, you have three uplinks, three physical network adapters. You have to select that one. Then you have to select the port groups. Automatically, the vMotion network, virtual machine network, management network, whatever the networks you have, all the networks automatically will deploy. Here you will do manually, but here you will do automatically. So how we will do, shall we see that video? I have a very good video which I used to refer for my students. Shall we, guys? Shall we?
Yeah, Saman.
Okay. Sorry. Hmm. You got it. See, guys. See, I don't worry. I have this document. It's a very good document. See, each and everything is documented here, step by step. Even how to create a new standard like standard switch, VM network, host. See, view distributed switch, how it looks like. Review the distributed switch topology, how it looks like. VM port groups, how it looks like. Everything is documented. This is the build a new distributed switch. So how to create a new distributed switch. And trust me, you will not get an opportunity to create this one. Wherever you go, there will be infrastructure with distributed switch. If you will get an opportunity to deploy new ESXi, at that time, you will right click on this distributed switch and you will add those ESXis. While adding vMotion network, VM network, storage vMotion network, all the network adapters will create automatically. That how it creates, I will show you now. Okay, come here. See guys, this is the video and let me post this one in our group first. Okay, see, getting started with vSphere distributed switch. The vCenter looks like this. This is a old vCenter. You guys no need to worry. I will show you again. It's like a same one. It's a 6.0 vCenter version. How it was looking like. And before going to play this one, let me open our VMware HOL lab also so that you will get a very good idea. Again, I'm telling guys, you will not get an opportunity. Trust me, as I told you. But you have to know, right? That's why. Hmm. See, our infrastructure is ready. Let me open our infrastructure and I will open the vCenter. See, I will just make a big full screen. This is our infrastructure. And now if I'll go here, if you'll click on home, I will get like this. Like home total. What is the total overall CPU, memory, storage, how much we have, everything we will get it in home page. And if I'll go to inventory, I will get this one. Okay. So if I will open the lab, the same way you can see home, vCenter is all bluff. So here, if I'll click on, see here, I clicked on this one, right? Inventory, home, these all options you will get in vertical area. Here you will get. That's it. From old to new. Okay. So see here what he is doing. So what he clicked? He clicked on this one, this globe bomba, globe picture. Come here and go to inventory, and you can see this one, right? This globe one. This is called networking, guys. The first one, we can see the vCenter, data center, cluster, under cluster virtual machines. The second one, you can see the virtual machines, and if you have any templates, that information only you can find out from this tab. And third one is storage. And last one is networking. If I'll click on it, if I'll elaborate it, see, I have new distributed switch. Here I have port groups. These are the port groups. ESXi region, this is called management network. This is storage migration. And this is some virtual machine network. And this is also virtual machine network. And last you can see vMotion network. These are all port groups. If I'll click on this one, you can see the hosts, two hosts. See, if I'll click on storage, you can see two. If I'll click on vMotion, you can see two. The same thing, these network adapters only, if I'll click on this, and if I'll click any one of the ESXi, if I'll go to configure, and if I'll go to networking, see, the same one you can see here. Same one. ESXi region, this is called port group, storage port group, vMotion port. If you click on ESXi2, you will get the same. I mean to say, you no need to create these virtual VM kernel adapters or VM network adapters if you have the distributed switch. And how to create this one, we are seeing now. See, right click, see new distributed switch. And he is giving some name, distributed switch one. And he is just saying, oh, what is the latest? Just a minute, guys. Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, Sam.
Yes.
Just a minute. Guys, seriously, From how long I was in mute? Guys, please let me know.
From the starting, is it?
Then what? I was in mute and I was keep on talking. I was explaining. You guys are being quiet.
No, Samant, you are explaining, right? We can hear you.
Till where?
You just now you told 2 seconds, no? Till then we have heard whatever you have told.
Is it? Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So in this video, he is mentioning 4 uplinks means in his uh, network, he has 4 uplinks, 4 physical network adapters. So that's why he is trying to do that. So now he just created a new virtual switch. If you are seeing left side, DV switch 1, this is called distributed switch. He just created. Okay. And now what he is going to do on this distributed switch, he will create a port groups. Like how many management networks we have. So for each management network, he will create one port group. Okay, see. What he is doing, he will just right clicking on that and he is creating new port group. For vMotion, he is creating one port group on distributed switch. Hmm? So while creating this distributed port group, he will define the VLAN ID. As I told you, for each and every network, there will be a VLAN. That is called the tagging of the network. So he will provide that VLAN here. So that outer network can't able to reach out here. Hmm? See what he is doing here? He just selected and created. That's it. One port group he created. vMotion port group. And again, he will create a new port group for management. Management means ESXi network. Okay. So like that, he will create for storage also. And he will create virtual machine network. See, overall, under one distributed switch, he created these many. So this video will help you to understand how to create a distributed switch, and on top of the distributed switch, how to create a multiple port groups. So if you'll go to next video, that is called part 2, it will help you to understand how to configure the distributed switch with ESXi. So this is a continuation video from previous video, guys. That is part 1 and this is part 2. This video also from VMware, guys. It's a very useful video. And I'll post this one also in our group. You can watch multiple times this one, okay? Done. And now see what he is doing. He just located distributed switch. And what he is going to do, just right clicking on the distributed switch. And what he is selecting, add and manage hosts. Okay, add and manage hosts. We are just adding ESXi hosts here. So new hosts. See here, automatically. See now, if you are involving in a new project, so vCenter you will create, new ESXis you will create, you will add those ESXis back to vCenter. Then you will create distributed switch. So when you will do this task, so at the time already existed ESXis will replicate here. Okay. So you will select 3 ESXi's and go to next, and we will select all the networks. See here, ESXi1. This ESXi1 is having 4 physical network adapters. You can see the left side, fourth option, manage physical network adapters. So it means when you select the ESXi1, vCenter itself, it will show you how many physical network adapters you have in each ESXi. As I told you, 4 physical network adapters. Okay. So you will select each and any network and you will select the assign the uplink. It means, as I told you, you will create uplinks, right? We are just mapping this VMNIC 0 to uplink 1, VMNIC 1 to uplink 2, VMNIC 2 to uplink 3. Like that, you will map. That's it. It's very simple. See? So here you will select the physical network and assign uplink. We can select auto assign, automatically it will take. Whichever is not in use. The same thing he is doing for another ESXi also, since we have 3 ESXi's, right? And now, if you're going to next, see, manage VM kernel network adapters. As I told you, while creating how many port groups we created, for management network we created, for storage we created, for vMotion we created. So automatically those ports groups will replicate here. See. So here what we are going to do, we will select the each and every management network and we will map with the physical network. That's it. Selecting assign the port group. That is for management network. VMK2, VMK1, VMK1 in each and every ESXi, that is for storage. VMK2 is for vMotion in each ESXi. This is how the VM kernel adapters will create automatically. It's very simple at a time. Just click on next. And this is for virtual machines. If we have the virtual machines already, we will select the vMotion, VM network port group and we will click on OK. Just finish it up. If you will ping, the ESXi also will ping. See? It's very simple. So this is how we will create the distributed switch. Again, I'm telling guys, it's a one-time task. Okay, so let's come to the lab, and we don't have our how to say, just a minute. Just a minute. Okay, so we don't have our we have one distributed switch. So what I'm going to do, I'll create another distributed switch. Let me make it zoom. Distributed switch, new distributed switch. EVS01. I just creating distributed switch. So it's latest one, right? So we will select. So number of uplinks, how you will select? You will go to ESXi and you will see how many physical uplinks we have. Here they have given 2 uplinks, if you are seeing, from ESXi2 and ESXi1. So I'll take the same thing in distributed switch. On data center, right click. Where is the distributed switch? Yeah. Create a new distributed switch. So distributed switch 1. Click OK. Click OK. How many uplinks? 2 uplinks we will give. Click OK. Finish. See, you will see the new distributed switch in my area. See, this is the one. This is already we have. Okay. And here I created new one. Don't have anything here. If you'll click on host, nothing will be there. You'll click on VMs, nothing will be there. So I'll create a port groups, distributed port groups, new distributed port group. For MGMT. For management, I'm creating one port. Okay. Finish. See, one port group created. I'll create another for storage. Okay. Simple. And I'll create for vMotion. And I'll create for virtual machines also. Done. Okay, so here we need to I need to select the ESXi first. So if I'll go to here, I will copy this one. I'll come back here. I'll give the static VLAN. I didn't give any VLAN. I'll just make a VLAN. 124045. Okay. So on right clicking on this DV switch and add and management hosts. Add hosts. So if you are seeing, I can see only this ESXi 1 and 2, which already have. This one is not there. I think. Okay, I'll just select until last I'll go. I'll select 1 and 2. Go next. See, as I told you, manage physical adapters. We have 4 physical adapters here. So select the uplink. Uplink 1, uplink 1, and last 2 I will select uplink 2. The number of physical network adapters per host exceeded the number. Okay. Okay, I'll select auto assign. Okay. So I'll go to next. Oh my goodness. Just a minute. Edit settings. Uplinks. I will add. Okay. So right click on the distributed switch. Add and manage host. Click on next and select any one of the. I'll select only one ESXi if two was you. Okay, auto assign, auto assign, auto assign, auto assign. Okay, just come back here. As I told you, for management, I created 3 port groups. One is for management, one is for storage, and one is for vMotion. Just select here, that's it. VMK always will select for management network. So we have here management one. So just assign. Okay, and come back. And VMK1, I will assign for storage. Assign. Leave. And for VMK2, I will assign for vMotion. Okay. Just go to next. If you have any VMs, those VMs will replicate here. We have to select those VMs for VM network port group. Just click on next and finish. If you will finish, these all networks will move to this distributed port group. This is how we will create and we will add the ESXi's into distributed switch. And again, guys, this distributed switch is a vCenter feature. On top of the vCenter, we will create one. See, in our infrastructure, we have already vCenter, all the VMs to ESXi's. If your customer is purchasing on 4-5 ESXi's, so you no need to create a VM kernel adapters like vMotion, storage vMotion manually. Just you will install the ESXi and you will configure the ESXi IP and you will come back here and you will right click on the distributed switch and you will add those ESXi's here. So when you will add, you will just select the parameters. Once you will select and once you close, all the VM kernel, virtual network and virtual machine network will create automatically. That's why in a first class, I covered standard switch. Later, I covered a distributed switch. But in real time, you people will use a distributed switch. Okay, so here is the, just a minute, document. Here is the complete document will help you to understand how this distributed switch will work. Okay, virtual network, DV switch. This is a very good video. I'm just posting here. Just watch it. This is for you guys. In this document, you can see the practicing sessions also with screenshots. With screenshots. See, everything will be there. You can just read it. And if you guys have any doubts in our channel, there is a Telugu video also. Just watch it and come back. This is not the last class. This is just introduction class. Tomorrow also I will cover if you guys have any doubts. Is that clear so far, guys?
Yes, Sam.
Okay. So I will cover now these topics. What is maintenance mode and why and when we will keep the host into maintenance mode. Guys, as I told you, this is our infrastructure and this ESXi is running with 8.0 and this one also running with 8.0. And VMware released new version in 8.0. This is 8.0 and this is the build number. I will cover during upgrades and updates topic, maybe tomorrow or day after tomorrow. And this week I will cover all the topics, don't worry. So this is the build number. So in this same version, they released a new build. So what you have to do, you have to update, right? So in your hand also you are using smart mobile, right? With operating system. It could be Android or it could be iOS, right? Every 45 days, your mobile will take some updates. So during when it is taking updates, is that possible to you to make a call, or is that possible to pick a call from someone if someone are calling to you? My question is again, your mobile is running with Android operating system and your mobile is taking updates from internet. During that time, you will get any calls?
No,
Will it possible for you to make a call?
no problem.
Why? Because it is under maintenance, right?
Yeah.
In fact, whatever the infrastructure we are going to handle, that is also running with operating systems. So vCenter also is the one of the version which is providing the features to handle the entire infrastructure. And this ESXi is nothing but it's an operating system with virtual features. That is called ESXi 8.0. So every 3 months, each and every company, they will do the updates. Updates means within a version, if any new build is coming, they will update. So when this ESXi is getting updated, at that time, This is ESXi will be in maintenance state. It means this ESXi can't provide RAM and CPU to the virtual machines. If you're not putting this host into maintenance mode, those VMs will be on top of this ESXi. And if you start updating this ESXi, all the VMs will impact. That's why whenever there is a maintenance is going to be happened on this ESXi, you will keep that ESXi into maintenance mode so that we can make sure none of the VMs are running on that ESXi so that we can avoid the failure. Is that clear to everyone? I hope, yes. And next, vMotion background. Guys, we have one VM which is residing on ESXi1. So you are doing maintenance mode, like maintenance mode or manually you are trying to migrate. So when you will manually migrate the VM, okay, for an example, here one VM is there. So when you will try to migrate that VM will convert as a shadow copy. Okay. So once it is converted as a shadow copy, at that time, let me show another. I think I need to go off. Yeah. So once you initiate the migration, vMotion, so at that time, this VM will convert as a shadow copy. You can't able to see that. It's a theoretical background process. Okay. That shadow copy will travel through this vMotion to uplink 0, from uplink 0 to this physical switch, from this physical switch to uplink 1, uplink 0. From here to this vMotion, here it will replicate. Like what I mean to say, in real time, in the interview also, they will ask you how the vMotion background will have work. So once we initiate the vMotion, that VM will convert as a shadow copy and it will travel from source ESXi to a destination ESXi through vMotion network. That's it. They will not ask you any cross-functional questions. Okay. And as I told you, how to apply vMotion network with static. So very simple. While creating a static vMotion network, I'm just creating a new one for your reference. Just right click, virtual switches, and there is a standard switch, add network, VM kernel network adapter, and I'll create a standard switch. Click next. See, I'm going to create a vMotion, but already we have the vMotion network. That's why this vMotion is graded out. Just assume I'm selecting the vMotion one here. Okay, so I'll make a name here, vMotion, and I'll give that vMotion VLAN. Okay, and yeah, so I'll go to next. So here you can see automatic, that is called DHCP, and static means manually you will give. Just select this manual option and provide that available IP for that vMotion, subnet mask, gateway, and click on OK. That's it. It's very simple. So, Maya, is that clear?
Yes, Aman. Thank you.
Yeah. So it's very like whenever when I'm going to start the real time, maybe Wednesday or Tuesday I will start. So at that time I will show you how the infrastructure IPs will handle. Okay, how the ESXi IPs will handle, how the vMotion IPs will handle this. All the document we used to call it high level design or low level design, and we can call it as a map book, workbook. where the entire infrastructure network details will be prepared by your senior team, that is called VMware infrastructure architects. And there will be another document that is called inventory sheet, which will help you to know what are the usernames and passwords. If you have 20 vCenters, so all 20 vCenters usernames, passwords. You have 500 ESXis, all ESXis usernames and passwords. This all information will be stored in inventory sheet. There will be two sheets, that is LLD and inventory sheet. LLD will help you to know what are the network IPs, management network IPs, all the network designs will be prepared. And another one is inventory sheet, that is called password working sheet. Okay, I will show you on maybe Thursday. So 2-3 days I'll take real-time classes, right? As I told you, at that time I will show you that. So this is the class for today, and please go through and watch this one and try to do something from the VMware HVL labs by referring the document which I had shared in our group. Okay. Is that clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Please go ahead. Tomorrow we will connect and I will check if you guys have any doubts from this DV switch. If no doubts, I'll start with licensing and upgrades and updates tomorrow class. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Amit.
Thank you, guys. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.